Hello my Organic Feast friends, hope this finds you well. Plenty to share with you as always this week, not the least of which is the weekend that I just spent with a couple of friends down at the Shoalhaven. Yes, I attended the Earth Builders Association of Australia's conference for 2012 and accosted many of the attendees with my camera over the weekend, and we'll share some of that footage with you towards the end, just to give you a little taste of it all. We're posting on our Facebook page a great little article that we came across last week. It is in the Living Now magazine, and organic food and nutrition, the debate should be over. Just details a little bit about meta-studies and how results are determined. Really, it is a link back to this. It is a link back to the Stanford University study, which gained a lot of press a little while ago, questioning the benefits of organic food. So we'll post this on Facebook. What we're also going to post in relation to this is in our favourite videos down below, a piece done by the Natural News Network. Mike Adams, the Health Ranger. He has a lot of great stuff, I think, that is worth sharing with you all. This is a little bit more of a background information into that Stanford University study. Watch it, have a look, have a think about it. He's got a petition going. There does seem to be, particularly in the States, and you know, some industry backlash against organic food, coming from proponents of genetically modified foods, and the chemical industry and the like. Anyway, I'll leave it up to you to watch and determine for yourself the path forward. Great special on local kale this week. You get two bunches, one of the red kale, one of the Scottish curly kale for $6.90 a bunch, and let me tell you, they're great bunches. Now garlic is moving down a little bit in price. We are now sourcing much more locally as well. This is grown on the mid-north coast. A-grade organic, smaller pieces, but really rich and oily. Also from those guys, we have beautiful little golden beetroots. If you haven't tried it before, I would encourage you to get into the gay lin. That's Chinese broccoli. Sort of has these loose little flower heads, if you like, at the top. You use the whole plant. You can finally chop that into salads, but given the stalky nature of it all, I would encourage just a gentle steam. Button squash makes its first appearance. Endive, great to throw into salads to add a bit of interest. It's got a sort of mildly peppery, warm, almost rocket-like kind of flavour. Beautiful local silver beets, really excellent local cos, very, very nice. Sweet potato is on special this week at $5.95 a kilo. So while I just am mentioning Facebook, I would encourage you all to like us or to befriend us if you haven't already. We're very conscious in the way that we use Facebook. We're not going to bombard you with advertisements for products or commercial enticements or that kind of thing. We'll occasionally have some product information and all that kind of thing. But generally we'd just like to share useful bits of information for you, or nice little interesting things. You'll notice recently we posted a little bit about the transverse lady beetles we found in boxes of celery we unpacked last week. Events such as our Thermomix classes, Super Saturday, which by the way is November 24. The next healthy lifestyle class we're hosting here is November 25. That'll be the last one for the year. Our other great raw food guru, Julie Mitzios, won't be up this year. She is opening a raw food cafe in Bondi Junction. When she's up and running, we'll certainly give you the details of her place, because I've got absolutely no doubt the food will be fantastic. And Momo Cafe, they're hosting a vegan dinner on the 26th, I think it is. We shared that on Facebook, and it's all booked out. So it's a great way to find out various bits of information. We've recently posted some stuff on the benefits of activated charcoal and You'll notice there's a bit of video there on James, the local chap, on his little Cossack kefir and the many benefits of consuming kefir. Great sized Tamarillos in from Helmet over at Tea Gardens. 40 cents a pop, but there's always a 10 buy. Bananas, they're all slightly backwards, but we're going to do our best to get them to colour up nice and quick for you, both Queensland and New South Wales. The blueberries are really, really, really good. Look at the size of them, you know. Nice and large, and look, they're really firm and sweet as well. The strawberries are eating very, very well. Price has climbed a little bit, as I said it would, but still very reasonable at $6.99. And the other produce of note are the Patterson mandarins, the Ellendales. Look, they really are superb. There are a few seeds, but they're great. Even better to juice. As I mentioned earlier, I had such a wonderful weekend. We went down to the Bamarang Bush Retreat on the Shoalhaven River near Nowra. It's a conference hosted by the Earth Builders Association of Australia. My first foray really into that kind of group. I mean, I've been on various handmade housing tours in the past, 15-20 years ago. I've been dreaming about building an earth house for some time. The dream will continue sometime into the future, but it's certainly...
You'll get run over. Okay, just here.
Sorry, pause. And action. So yes, the dream continues, but you know, you don't get anywhere unless you start to immerse yourself in these sorts of things. So it was great to head down there and join Gary and Peter and Wendy, core members, Ray of the Earth Builders Association. You know, like all associations, run by volunteers on the smell of a linseed rag, that kind of oil, you know, something you'd cure off your timbers with. In case you're wondering why I'm sharing this with you, you know, I guess there is a link between what we do here at Organic Feast with what these guys are doing. To me, it's all part of the same pie, if you like, in that it's all about sustainability and you know, treading more lightly on the earth and making better use of resources, reducing construction miles, if you like, building more locally, more wholesome living, and empowering yourself to be master of your domain, if you like, either growing your own food or you're building your own home. All of those wonderful things that sort of, I think, make life wonderful. One of the attendees there is Nowra, and I managed to pin her down, and this is what she had to say.
Hi, I and my son own a commercial construction company, but I've been very passionate about sustainability and energy efficiency, and I've come to believe that the ordinary person is the person who's going to drive the changes that the world needs. The changes back to sustainable living, to stopping waste, to using low embodied energy, in stopping use of things that are produced by fossil fuels. There's so many things out there that you can virtually get for nothing, like dirt, like hay, like straw, and make things out of them that last forever, like people have done for generations. We've been virtually indoctrinated by the media, by the multinationals, that we must buy things and that we really don't need, or that are produced by using all sorts of chemicals, creating health issues. Now, I've got children, I've got grandchildren, and probably within about 5 years I'll have great-grandchildren. That's why I do what I do, because I care like hell about them. And if I don't do something now, they won't have a future, or they will continue, like my 3-year-old grandsons, twins, they've got really bad eczema now. Why? when I grew up, people didn't have those things, or they were nowhere near as prevalent. And I think it's the way we live and what we do that cause these things, and we need to be living in a much healthier way, particularly using natural products.
And also attending there was a very interesting young architect from Melbourne. And this is what he had to say.
Oh, my name's Rob Ashby. I'm an architect from Melbourne. It's the first time being here at this conference, and it's really the first time I've been exposed to earth building. And I've had an interest in passive design for a long time, and I think this was the next logical step for me to try and understand and try and make changes to the way architects practice, certainly in mainstream. And I'm just influenced by everybody that's here, and it's inspiring and kind of really admirable what people do. And at this stage of my career, I'm really excited to be amongst these people and learn.
If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
28.
28.
Yeah, personally, I'm encouraged. I love the age range there. You know, a young man thinking deeply about the future, and a lady who, by her own words, was in the middle back end of life, but was in a position of great influence. You know, I love that a commercial construction company will be considering some of these techniques. Some of the techniques that were covered over the weekend, there was some form blocking, which gives a nice sandstone appearance, and that was run by Gary. Well, the rammed earth was a great demonstration run by Justin and Luke from East Coast Rammed Earth, and it just so happens that they are doing a job at Lower Belford, and today was their last day. So after the conference they headed back there today, and I came into work via there, and there's a little bit of footage of that place. It's going to be rather special. We also looked at Super Adobe. Sorry to go on about it, but it was so fabulous, and I'd love you to watch it all. We'll put together a more detailed piece for you to watch in the coming weeks. Meanwhile, stay well. Love you.